Out of all the economic reforms cemented into what would become known as middle-class welfare, it was his changes to taxes relating to housing investment that are still being felt by generations of Australians today.
The really big thing that he hated was the capital gains tax that Hawke had put in place. He really hated it. But by the time that he got into a leadership position where he could address that, it had been baked into the tax system so much that he couldn't get rid of it. So what he and Costello did was they came up with the capital gains tax discount, which is 50%. So if you sell a house, 50% of that profit is essentially tax-free. Is the most simple way to explain that. And what that did was it completely turbocharged the housing market because it suddenly made investment in housing a sure bet. And he essentially laid it out that this was the way for mums and dads to build further wealth, that this way they could then extend that wealth by buying a second house that would help set them and their children up for the future. And it had almost an immediate impact on housing prices in Australia. He would say that no one was complaining to him about their house prices going up, and it also had the added benefit for him of entrenching those battlers because they suddenly saw their houses increase in value, which added to their individual wealth. But it also meant that between 2002 and 2004, prices increased by more than 40% in Sydney, nearly 65% in Brisbane, and almost 30% in Melbourne. It was so immediate that by 2004, Treasury was warning about the impact of this policy on the housing stock and what it meant for housing prices. But Howard and Costello were so worried about the backlash from those middle-class voters that they didn't want to do anything, even though we knew as early as the 2000s that this was having a detrimental impact on housing costs for the future.